Hi friends, so I am so excited to do the first layout for March 2020 for the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Now I designed for the theme Kit Club, and the one that I am playing with right now, it is for Precious Baby Boy, and it is so beautiful, and I promise you it's not just for baby boys. The reason why I can tell you that is I don't have a baby boy unless I count my youngest English bulldog, but I haven't gone there yet with this. So I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this ridiculously stunning, gorgeous piece of paper. I love the arrows. I have aqua, grayish tones, this gorgeous denim blue, and the side I'm going to use, or the paper I'm going to use, is called 12-inch Little Wonders Max. And I think I'm going to use it going in this direction. And I'm also going to use some of this baby blue piece of paper. This is part of, we get cut files with this club, and this was with the cut file. And I'm also going to use some of the tissue that my kit is packed in because I actually love it, and I like the textural difference you get with some tissue. Now let me show you the photo I'm going to use. I'm going to use this right here. I just went ahead and grabbed it off the internet when it was announced who was on the design team. And I am ever so excited to be this one right here that is part of this incredibly talented group. How cool. And I'm starting to get to know the ladies on the team, and I think that's awesome. I initially got interested in the Kit Club and the team when I saw a video by Sarah Swan when she announced that she was going to design for them and that they were such great people and they were friends and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, yes, I want to try out. So I thought it was kind of cool that they put our photos on this wood grain, and I thought it would pop beautifully off of this. So I'm going to start. And let me show you the cool thing. Let me show you this. All right. So we just got a newsletter, right? And on the newsletter that we just received, it's about reservation information, because now we get to reserve to be able to get the kit because they sell out really quickly. And it also had this really cool sketch was in the newsletter, and that's what I'm going to use to create with, and I'm really jazzed about it because I love me a sketch. So using this sketch, using this photo that was part of the media, I don't know if we're supposed to use this or it's considered packaging. I don't know, but if they send it, I use it. And it's a really, really great light blue. Not like that saturated baby blue color that, I don't know. Do you know, like this is more of a baby blue. Okay, so I'm going to use this. I know I'm going to use this. I know this is my photo. That is my sketch. And I'm going to get designing and take you along with me. Here we go, friends. Right, I cut the binding strip off of this arrow bow bunny paper. And, you know, this background paper is really cool. It's got like some distressing in it, but it's not super obvious. So it's not just a flat colored piece of paper. And I do love me an arrow embellishment paper, wood veneer, all the above. So that works for me. So in the sketch, the top two corners were rounded, so I thought I should just roll along with that. And I don't use my corner rounder near enough, so how great is that? I have a vintage one. So I'm going to look through these papers here and see what else wants to be on this page. Now, I kept struggling because that cut apart sheet that you just saw, I love the pieces on it, but the back of it is that much more beautiful. Do you know how big that struggle is when you're like, what do I do with it? So what I decided to do is grab this arrow piece, yet another piece of arrow pattern paper, and use that as kind of a repeating element. And I love it. See how it's kind of picking up the wood grain that's in the photo? So I think that's going to work out. And hello will end up on the top of that. See, I got excited. Will end up on the top of my pale blue piece of paper. I'm going to back my photo block with this gorgeous paper here. It has little stars in white and yellowy gold and all that kind of thing. And you don't even see the stars, you just see that it's some kind of pattern, and that's awesome. Now, up above that, you can only see the bottom of, that's like one of those little photo containers. And I have these beautiful saturated, they're like light blue with a nice tinge of aqua. I have doilies in there and the cutest wood veneer in the history of cuteness. Now, I also layered some of the tissue like I said I would use because I thought it just needed to be a part of this. And I'm saying I needed to make sure that I'd have room for my hello word. Grabbing my T-square ruler to make sure that I have that at least partially squared off. And I'm taking a look, okay, and wanting some of that cardstock piece to stick out beneath that second arrow pattern paper. I'm going to go on the struggle bus a tiny bit trying to make my tissue cooperate with me. I love the look of it and the feel of it. I like the translucent quality, but sometimes it fights with me a little bit. I can admit it. So we're going to get that sorted out. And now that's ready to be attached onto my cardstock base. And I want to make sure that this gorgeous hello cutout, now it's like one of those perfect fonts. I want to make sure that that has a nice prominent place because my title is Hello NJFB Design Team. And I was able to do all of my gold lettering with the alphas that are included in the kit, and they are awesome. They have a really nice bright blue foam on the sides and almost a champagne gold cardstock sticker kind of overlay on top. So they actually stick to your page, which we all know with thickers, when they actually stick to your page, is a gigantic win. Now, you did just see my doilies. I know I'm going to have one of the doilies cut into two places, and I'm going to have on the sides of my photo. But then I was thinking, do I want to add just a little something extra? And the answer to that will be, but of course. So I cut a strip and then cut that strip in half of this adorable star pattern paper. And I'm going to go ahead also and mimic the top corner once again using the corner rounder like we had seen in the sketch. And I'll use a T-square ruler to make sure that they are set on each side of the photos, like on, what am I trying to say? I was going to say on the same horizon. But I will make sure that they are squared off on each side of the photo at the same place. I realized I needed to trim just a little extra off of there because I do have my photo up on a little bit of fun foam and it's creating just a little tiny bit of a boundary that I couldn't get across. Sorry you had to see my hair. I have a bit of a little shortness issue, so sometimes I have to reach across. Now, I'm going to get my little doilies on, and I think that they build this out so beautifully, and I was a little chuffed at how well this turned out. And the word hello, I'm going to go ahead and pop up on some fun foam. And I'm going to first start using all my little Frankenstein pieces. And the cool thing about this stuff is that you can curve it around your little areas. That is all popped up on foam. I didn't think you wanted to see that painstaking little process of me floundering around. But I did use a bunch of Frankenstein pieces, and so now I have that nice little bit of shadow you can get from that. Now I have the word slightly on the photo, and I think that's great because it kind of makes it inclusive, and yeah, I love the way it turned out. Now these chipboard pieces are stunning that come in the, it's a 6x12 or 12x12 depending on how you think about it. They are adhesives, self-adhesive back chipboard, is that the way you call it? But I knew I wanted to get these cute little stars on. Look at how cute and happy they are. They are adorable. And you see the little chipboard stars that I have in there. And my chipboard stars are right next to my little wood veneer stars. Now I am highly thinking of doing some kind of treatment on some of my stars as well. They give you a ton in your kit. So I keep trying to decide what else I might want to do to change the color or whatnot. I think that they are absolutely awesome. So the little piece that I just put to the right of my photo, it said something like hello baby boy or hello baby, and that's not what I needed. So I just grabbed a tiny word and I wrote, or I used the tiny word that just said yes please. You know how we all have the 5 million tiny words in our stash. Now this sequin mix I purchased in the store a la carte a month ago, and I absolutely love to add little sequins or enamel dots or whatnot to my pages. And this mix is awesome because it has like little wood grain pieces, little white sequins without a hole in them, itty bitty little navy blue stars. Makes me want to do a shaker pocket with them. And oh, and a really gorgeous like midnight blue navy as well. Not midnight blue, slate blue as well, kind of a metallic. So it's a great sequin mix is my whole point. I've used it on a number of layouts. I still have a bunch of it, and yeah, you're getting a nice little value there with how usable they are. So often all my sequins are like, you know, pink and yellow and all of that kind of thing. So it's nice to have a little bit of a different color variety in my sequin stash. And I just keep those in little bins from the dollar store in case you ask. They come 10 for a buck, at least in the US. So now I'm deciding what else I might want to do with this. I am ever so happy with it. And I believe I'm going to grab me some mist. You know what? Right before I grabbed the mist, I forgot I wanted to use a couple of these like flora stamps on right underneath the doily areas. And I was tapping off, it was a brand new stamp, so I was tapping it off on the side of my arm. Sometimes it kind of activates it just a little better if you do that. So I shimmied it under right there where you see a little bit of it coming out. And I'm just using like a mid-tone gray. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. You're just going to see a little floral touch, but not a lot. It's just going to add to it a wee bit. And I think that turned out awesome. So now the baby boy and all that kind of stuff will be great when I have to do a shower card. But for this layout, I was kind of going in a different direction with it. And I mean, why not? Look at how well it's going to turn out using a totally different subject. So I grabbed a couple different mists to use on this. I was testing that out just to make sure that the color would work, and that's perfectly fine. And yeah, I just had a little itty bitty bottle of it, and I'm for the most part putting the mist in the upper left corner of my cluster as well as the bottom right. So I have a bit of a teal shade and a gold shade, and yeah. And by the way, in the store, we had before a Jen Hadfield gold mist, and I'm getting my hands on that. I am so excited about it. So stay tuned for that. I have been on the hunt for a great gold mist, and my dreams will be coming true ever so shortly. So I will have the links down below for where you can find us. Oh, I had too much of the teal color mist hit that H, and so I just put a little gold over it and it covered it up, and it worked out perfectly fine. So there's a little bit more of a close-up of my clusters. I hope you like what I did today. Like I said, I'll have the links down below for where you can find us on Facebook and on the kit site and all that, and you can see where you can order your kit. And I will talk to you so soon. Bye-bye, friends.